Hello, friend. Today I want to talk to you about passion. One of the things that a lot of young people are being inundated with these days is this notion of following passion. And I love it because passion is important. Passion speaks to the motivation and the enthusiasm that one has to accomplish a dream or a goal. And without passion for what you're doing, it's hard to stay committed over the long term. But one of the things that I notice is that no one is emphasizing strategy. This is one thing I tell all of my mentees these days. Passion is good, but strategy is better. You see, as believers, many of us are really passionate. We feel that God's given us a word to do something specific. We believe that God has maybe spoken to our heart prophetically or through others about an assignment that we have to do. But a lot of times we don't seek out strategy for how to perform it. The Bible talks about God being a God of order and that there's precept upon precept, line upon line. But oftentimes we run out into the world with passion, but we've got no strategy. In the Bible, we see Moses made the same mistake. He knew that God had called him as a deliverer, and in his passion, he went out and killed someone instead of being strategic. The scriptures teach us that he went to the wilderness and was unheard of for 40 years. You see, I believe that this is a time that many of us need to get strategic. God has spoken over you. And yes, you are called to do great things, but like Moses, you might risk being alienated because you were more passionate than you were strategic. So I want to encourage you today, if God's given you a vision, and if you feel called to something big, whatever it is, I want to encourage you to start getting strategic. Number one, make a plan, right? The Bible says in Habakkuk chapter 2, where there is no vision, people perish, including you. So having a passion without a plan is setting yourself up for failure. Number two, consult with friends and mentors and seek guidance, read and do whatever you can to build up your skill set and your mindset to make it possible for you to accomplish the thing you have your eyes on. And thirdly, ask the Lord to bless the work that he's called you to. When he gives you vision, there's always provision. And one of my mentors loves to say, there's no such thing as a lack of resources. There's always just a lack of resourcefulness. So look around you. Ask God to open your eyes to see all of the resources that are around you. Some of us aren't starting because we feel like we have to have all the money in the world or we have to have all of the partnerships in the world. But if you move from passion to strategy, you'll realize that there's so much that you have right here in your hands that's possible for you to start. So I pray for you today that God will help you to move from a place of passion to a place of strategy, because the world is waiting for so many of us to just do the thing that God's called us to do. So I pray that that blesses you and that you will start today faithfully pursuing what God's put on your heart to pursue. And as you do that, may God help you to live empowered.